Hi everybody, it's Thursday. Welcome to Bead with me. I'm Kay, your host from Stars Beads, and I don't know if you can see, but I'm in a beautiful, beautiful like ocean of buttons because I'm gonna have you help me make a bracelet today. Okay, so how is everybody doing? Did we have a good week? Everybody have a good week? People hopping on? I just had lunch with my son. Hey Dana, how are you doing? Can you see that, Paula? Ooh, don't have all the colors showing, but we've got people who had gotten their dibs so a little bit early to help me slim down this stash here, but there's plenty of buttons for Friday. The only pre-orders that I can take right now is by bag, so if you are interested in getting color sets and knowing that you're going to get some bags, then you can let me know. I want a yellow bag, I want a black bag, I want a green bag, and I will do my best to fulfill those, okay? If you want to get an idea of what is in a little bag, they're $10. They're going to be $10. That kept it easy. You can check out, let's see, 2 Fridays ago, we had the Friday Night Live with the buttons, and you can see how it went. Okay, so you can kind of be prepared because since it was a sellout last time, I might try to move through it a little bit faster. We're going to see because I have a lot of I got a lot of buttons. Okay, but we've also been playing with a lot of them. So yesterday we made some pretty earrings here. Okay, I like the dangles on those. So if you guys keep watch, I'll probably be giving these away to a lucky winner. Aren't those pretty? Hey Ann, how are you feeling today? Hopefully a little bit better, but at least you're up enough to be on screen. Hey Rachel, I got your package all sent out. Oh, you think I need to do two separate? Well, we'll see how many buttons I have, Paula, and how long we can last. Okay, because it was pretty tough trying to do a 4-hour feed. I'm really trying to probably not repeat that. Okay, so we're trying to keep to an hour or two. Okay, hugs to Jonah. I'll let him know. Okay. Hey Sherry Lynn, did you make some more rings? You were busy making rings. Okay, so today I thought we would, of course, play with buttons. You knew that. But I have a design here, okay, that is using leather. Let's see. Using leather, I strung on, can we see that? Thai silver butterflies in this case. But I want to do this with buttons, okay? Because this is quick and easy. We just glue it. Because I know you probably all have like something like this of all your leftover leathers from all my leather projects that I have you guys doing, right? And then you clip off the ends, and then what do we do with all the ends, okay? So we're going to do some things with maybe our leftover leather and, okay, and some buttons, okay? So I'm going to be kind of doing things with you in terms of picking out some buttons. Oh, I guess I don't need this leather. I was going to just do all black, but I want to pick kind of small ones because I want to have, one of the things that we're going to use today is a magnetic clasp. This one is designed to be made with leather or cording. It can be used with flat. So I think this is fitting a 10 millimeter flat leather, 10 by 1. Okay. In this case, I put, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strands through here. But literally, it's whatever you can fit in the slit. Okay. So you could fit 2 5s, or you could do 5 and a couple 1s and a half. There's a lot of different mixes. Okay. So in this case, I was doing all the same size. When I do this one, I'm going to probably do I think this is a 2 millimeter leather. I'm going to just double check. It looks like a 2 mil. Yeah, so, because this is a 10 mil, so if we use 5 strands of this, then we will get enough to fill in all these holes, okay? And then the other thing that we're going to be using is super new glue, okay? There's pretty much like only a couple glues you need, I find, to do a lot of projects, okay? This is one of those have-to-haves, okay? It's made by a company called, can you see it? Eurotool, okay? It says super new glue. We carry it here at Stars Beads, and it's one of the first glues I ever started with, and I pretty much have never had to use any other glues. My husband and I, you know, we make clasps, and we were looking for something to use for some of our magnetics, and we went all through a bunch of different ones, and it was like Gorilla Glue, all those super industrial ones, and we found that actually this glue ended up being the best. And so we would use it here in the endings to glue the leather, in this case, to metal. Okay, so pretty much we need some leather that we can fit into this little finding. This is another thing that we do carry also. The way that this works, I'll show you on the one that's open, is that it magnetizes. We'll show that in a different screen here because it doesn't look like it's zeroing in, but you get the idea, okay? And it has these little pegs in there, so once they're hooked in terms of magnetics, so those that are new to them and maybe a little bit, you know, wary of them, these ones hook together, so when you pull here, that's where a lot of the tension gets, and you find that a-okay. It's great for magnetics. Okay, you need the turquoise beads. Which turquoise beads, Paula? I can get you glue for sure. Plus the turquoise beads. You'll have to remind me which one, because I've got a lot of them. You know that's my color. Okay, so most of these I'm going to double check, but I think that we can do 2 mils before we just go grabbing leather, since I'm just pulling from this random stash. I think I've got a lot of 2, since I like using 2. But I might have to, and not everything is going to have a button on there, so alright, I'm going to pull out this color because you know I like that color. Maybe I'll do some of that, and I was thinking about doing a rainbow. So if you saw in the button bags, I did some rainbow ones. Okay, so I've got this color, looks like I've got some black. Now that looks kind of like brown, but that's okay, it doesn't really matter for me, because I'm going to do a rainbow bracelet. So I don't know, should we do a little red? Anybody? Oh, you know you want to do turquoise, huh? 8 to 10 millimeter you're going to come and pick. Okay, some of the round beads. Okay, well, that sounds like I'll be seeing you like tomorrow. Okay, so let's see, we've got 4 colors here. I think I'm going to need a few more. So in this one I used, what did I say? Because I think that these were, some were 1.5s and some were 2s. Okay, so I'm going to pick maybe another color. Red, orange, what color else? Maybe, oh, here's a green. I see a green hiding. Oh my gosh, I have like a lot of crazy leather. Okay. Since I kind of want to do a crazy color set of buttons, I'm just choosing a bunch of different colors. Alright, here's... And now I'm just going to try to find the end so I can kind of get started. I'm going to start with gluing one set of ends so that when I put on the buttons, we can see what we're doing. What do I have? I'm missing this red. That's good. All right. And we're just looking for a bracelet length worth, so, but I'm gonna cut, where's my ruler? I'm gonna cut at least a foot, because I might braid some a little bit, is what I was thinking, so that it would help hold it together. And I have no idea how long this is. I'm just going to the end of this particular one right here, so that they're all even. It'll be good. It'll get you through some of your letter. Oh, where'd my clasp go? It's lost in my sea of buttons. Hey, Michelle. Have you been looking up your order so you know what other goodies we can add to your stash before the next Friday Night Live comes? Let's see. All right, so this is what I'm doing right now is I'm lining up all of my leathers, and I'm just gonna kind of test drive this and see, okay, if I put them all in here, it looks like actually I can fit another length in there. So can you see that, you guys? So you can see that there's a little smidgen of room. So, hey Jan. Hey, we should talk. I haven't talked to you in a while. I hope everything's going well for you. All right, so we need another color. Okay, let's see. I got the green. Ah, you just face planted into buttons. Oh, sorry, my bad. I know that was so terrible. Okay, and the reason I probably need more is because I didn't use any 2 mils. Oh, here's that pink. I was trying to kind of use all the same size, but really it doesn't matter. I just want to have color. That's kind of a... If I'm going to use a 2 mil, I think I'm going to use a different... Oh, maybe I'll use a silver. I'll use a silver. There we go. Let's see. That makes me happy. And then maybe we'll put red in the middle too. That's a bright color. What am I doing? It doesn't really matter yet until I actually glue these in. All right, but I want to see if we can fill up this space. It's always good to practice it before you put the glue in, okay, you guys? So this is a little bit leather. All right. Boom. Okay, that looks like it fills it quite nicely. So it even looks pretty if we don't put any beads on here or very little buttons. Look at that. Always getting those nails. All right, so I added one color. So let me cut this silver one to length. Oh, it's not too bad. All right, so I want to kind of tap these so that they're as even as you can, but you'll be able to do each one individually once we. I probably shouldn't put glue right over top of this. When we use these magnetic clasps, okay, think of it like a cup of water, okay? You want to put a couple drops of this glue, say maybe 1, 2 drops. Your goal is not to fill this up. You just want to cover the bottom so you can kind of see like a shimmery, kind of wetness, right? And because we know if we fill up a glass of water, and then we go shoving something into it, what's it going to do? Right? So that is definitely not what you want to do, especially when it comes to glue, because then you're going to be like this, and then you can't even do anything anyway. Okay, so, oops, sorry. I forgot to... Still working on technology. Try to be better about that. Okay, so... Whoever's calling, you'll have to wait. You have to catch me online right now. All right, so I've got all my strands together. I feel like I lost a strand. Yes, I did. Purple. Get these lined back up, and we're going to put that little drop of glue in there. Do you have that 6-step looper too?
You got me that last time.
Right, okay. And I'm hoping for those fine chain nose pliers coming in too. Did you say you still wanted yours, or did you find one?
I'd like to look at them and compare them to what the ones I have are, because I think, yeah, see.
There's the ones that we'll be getting. Okay, so, hey Jeanette. Oh, you need some more deep blue. Okay, Marsha. Why don't I'll try to message you a little bit after, and maybe we can get that right to your home. Okay? Deep blue, you guys. That's really good stuff. If you find that you have arthritis or stiffness in your muscles, Okay, Deep Blue is made by a company called doTERRA, an essential oil company, and I actually sell it here in the shop to a lot of the beaders here because, you know, we're all dealing with, you know, as we get older, and it really helps loosen up all your muscles, helps you with arthritis actually on a deeper level. We'll talk about that in another episode. All right, guys, I put a drop. I put 2 drops in there, okay? You probably can't see it, but there's a little bit of shiny bottom. I'm going to have all my strands I was holding, and I'm going to stick these in there, okay? Don't freak out. You've got a little bit of time before you can't make any changes, okay? So I'm getting them all in there, and then I'm kind of taking each one and making sure, I'm trying to imagine that each of the leathers is touching in onto that glue on the bottom, okay? And then I would normally sing like the ABCs or something with Jonah and wait it out, okay? And you'll kind of start feeling it once it hits, okay? But while that's going, because I'm kind of feeling like that's probably already ready to go, okay? We need to pick out some buttons. Do you guys think you can help me do that? And see what kind of buttons we could stick onto this fun color set, okay? Because you know I'm all about color and quick and easy. All right, so we have 2, 4, 6 strands. So shall I turn it around and we can look at buttons together? All right, so I wanted 2 little yellow. Let's see. Oh, here's yellow. Oh, here's a little yellow one. Will that fit on there? Do a little so we can see. So maybe I'm going to do a yellow. Let's find 2 yellows. Oh, here's a little green. I'm going to cover all the little colors. So here's a green and here's a green. Let me see if I can find another yellow. Well, that's gold. What do we think? I'm sorry. Hard to look past my phone and... Okay, so I'm doing yellow, green... Okay, we need 2 little red ones. 2 little red. Oh, here's a little sunflower. That one's cute. Should we do a strawberry for fun? Yes, Steve. A button in every color. I'm still working on adding your order together, too. Obviously, you can see I'm a little tied up. You got my time this morning. Oh, how about a little red seashell? Flower and seashell. Oh, there's a cool orange one. I like those ones. They're good in color. All right, so I have 2 orange. I need maybe another red. Another red. Is that the same red? Kind of looks like the same red. We can't do that. We want, oh, here. There's a good red. All right. All right. Now we need, I did green. So now maybe some blues. We'll look at some blues. Oh, Bella, those are my orange ones, I think. I think we're good. Do I need one more? Maybe wait, what happened to my red one? Did I have a red one? Yeah, I think I dropped my red sunflower. There it is. Oh, you want the strawberry? Should I put you like that strawberry in there? These are hand painted. Alright. Alright, I can do a strawberry. Now we might have to find some other fruits. Okay, so there's the start. Alright, I'm making my little pile right here. Okay. Now I need some little blue ones maybe. And mine I just want to keep tiny, so maybe... Oh, there's a good little blue one. Oh, that's a good blue one. Alright, here. Well, that's kind of yellowy. We'll go for this little blue one. Alright, those are light blues. Oh, anybody like a dog? Oh, here's the darker blue. Oh, here's a little rose. Like that? That's cute. Alright, light blue, dark blue. Okay, that covers some blues. Now, probably some purple shade. We need a purple shade. Let's see. Super bright purple, so we'll see here. Oh, that was a good blue. Things have been shifted. I wonder how that happened. Swirly one of a sort, huh? Oh, I didn't do any pinks. Maybe I need a little pink one. Oh, there's a cool one. Oh, I always like those. That's like a little red. Oh, there's a good one. There's some pinks. Okay. Alright, we can say that purple is a little bit slimmer, but there's a good purple one. Alright. I think red or what do we think? Red, orange, yellow, green. Okay. I'm going to just try those. Alright, so we got ourselves a little stash of buttons here. And let's see what the best way I think to work is. I don't know what just happened here. Yeah, you can see my other. Okay. So then you can stare at the stash. This is what we're going to be going through. Okay, so now I've tried. Okay, it feels pretty good. So I'm giving this a tug. We let it sit for a second. All right, and I have way more than I need, but you never know what you're going to end up doing, so I'd rather be safe than sorry. Okay, so I'm just going to start maybe on my left-hand side. I know it's the red. Well, I wanted to start with red, so we're going to do... You can see the stash. I don't know if you can see the stash there. Okay, let's see. So I'm going to stick on a red onto the red. No, maybe not. Maybe I'll start on the other side. So we can see red. It doesn't need any more red. All right. So I've just picked some random buttons. Okay. Now I'm going to... Now this is part of the fun, guys. So we're going to see how much movement this does. Like this one, I think. Let's see if maybe this yellow one will sit a little bit better. Maybe we'll put it on the silver here. On the inside. So I'm going to leave my outside ones out. But this, I think, silver is a little thick. So I'm going to go one more in. So a lot of these buttons will fit a 1.5 millimeter, these particular shanks, you guys. So we'll want to stock up, of course, on that. Okay, we're putting the strawberry one on there first. And you can kind of see when we hold it up, okay, how that's going to sit and how wide that's going to be. So you can decide whether you want more buttons very up close to it or not, okay. So this is part of the playing game. For me, I'm just kind of doing by color at the moment. Otherwise, I'm kind of being very random and organic about this. So my goal was kind of just to have color going through. So, and I like movement, so I don't mind when they move on there. I'm just going to try to string them maybe on different strands. And all right, so as we're stringing along, so we're going to see that they're going to have movement, and you could see that on this one here that I was wearing, it also has movement. And I know sometimes when we're making things, we're like, oh, why doesn't it sit? You're imagining it to sit in one way, but sometimes you need to just see it out through the end, and then once you get it on and seeing how you like it, okay? So that's why I always say that I might like having it semi-braided so that they can't fall all the way down to a certain particular point. Okay, so like I've started off with these red ones, but I think I'm going to maybe do a light braid in here and see what that looks like and play around. Okay, it's part of the fun. And see, so if we do a light braid and then start adding to help things, then we can see how that will end up looking into the design, whether we like that or not. Okay, I'm going to string some more buttons. This is another good idea to do is if you are finding that your pieces are, you know, being a little bit more crazy than you want them to be, right? Like they're and you want them to stay together. So this is where you can certainly take some jump rings. Okay, so instead of maybe braiding it or tying a light knot, you can stick on some jump rings. So I'm going to show you here. I stick on jump rings, and I stuck it onto 3 of these. Okay, and what that does is it's going to hold some of my cords together. Okay, and adds a little more pop of color. So if you don't like the metal color, since we're using colorful buttons here, you could use like enameled colored jump rings right here. Okay, in this case, and this you can do just a little bit throughout every so often, so that way then it helps keep your leather and cording binded every so often. So here, you know, I may connect it, I might add a few buttons right here, and so this is also a good stopping point. So like now this button generally will not go past this area. Okay, so that's a way to help spread out your buttons. So that's why I'm going to take this that particular red one off right now. And now that I am kind of looking at where my buttons, I kind of like how that sits. So I'm going to take my ones on this outside and do these ones first. All right. And you could just do 2. You can just bind 2 at a time. This is very going to be very organic and fun. Okay. And then I'm going to take maybe one of these over. These 3 here. And just connect these. I'm going to connect this one to the next 3. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just putting my rings all in one section because you'll probably get covered up a lot by the buttons. And I would recommend closed rings at this point so that you don't get caught up. All right, there we go. Next we're going to, now we can add some more buttons. I wanted this area to kind of stay like that, and it seems crazy at first, but we're gonna get there. Okay, so now I'm gonna add red. There's another red one, so I want to keep those all kind of close. So put it on a green. Let's see if I put it on this blue one here. And some of the leathers you may be able to get it through and it might be tight, so you can cut your leather at an angle and that might help you get it through the shank. And remember the other day too, you can also add a jump ring, so if you really want to use that particular button, then you can make it work. If you can think it, you can do it. Like right now, I'm gonna get that shoved through there. Okay, so there's another red one. Now we're going to, oh, okay, I guess I got another red one over here, so we'll do red. Some more reds is fine. And right now I'm just doing them close together, and then once the bracelet is finished, then we'll work on getting them in the right space. Okay, so here's red. Now we're going to do some orange. I'll put that on this one now. And there's another orange. Spread that out. Put that on this red one here. Okay, so now I have another little grouping. Oh, I forgot the yellow in there. That's coming up next. Oh, that's where that one was. I knew I had a button missing. There it is. All right, we're gonna have a fun bunch of buttons. Look at that. I like how that's coming out. Okay, let's see. Now I'm gonna grab 2 strands. I'm just grabbing 2, putting those together just to help hold buttons together and so they won't pass this next certain point. So did those 2. Now maybe I'll do these 3. I'm using a 6mm jump ring in this case. Okay, keep on stringing. Okay, now we're moving on to the next color. I'm going to put some yellows on there next. So let's see. Yellow had a small little shank. Oh, actually bigger than I thought. Yellow, I did the green. So I'm just kind of picking. So brown, green, and then let's pick this green one, the teal. That's a fun, pretty color combo. Great for summer. Nice weather though today. A lot more traffic out. Good to still stay home though, you guys. Enjoy it. Enjoy it while you can. Learn to motivate from home and make it worthwhile so that you can work from home. Alright, so I can see which ones that I've kind of connected together. So I put on another 3 buttons. So I've been kind of doing like 3 buttons and then hooking them together, and then another 3 buttons on a 3 strand, and then hooking some strands together, and then another 3 buttons. Okay. So even though it looks like a crazy mess, there is a little bit of a pattern to it. Okay, I'm just pulling another 3. And you're trying not to connect the same cords together, except for maybe one, to help keep things cinched together. And you could certainly use more decorative ones too, so that if you want them to be an element and pretty looking, then you can change up the type of ring you use too. Okay. Alright. It's really fun. Look at all those colors. I'm going to shove those down. So now that's already like half the bracelet. It's going to be fun in all those colors once that gets all made up. Okay, so green. Oh, so we have another green. We're going to add a couple more beads or buttons. So you can certainly do this with a variety of items. We know that this week it's buttons. Okay, green. Then we'll do some blues. This particular one is a little funny there on the end. Okay. There we go. So it's clipping those little corners. If you still have trouble, sometimes you can put a little dab of glue on there, and that can help harden it a little bit for you. Okay, I've done 3. Okay. Oh, maybe I should do dark blue first. No, that's okay. We'll do that. There's the 3. We're gonna cinch up. Let's see. Since those 2 are cinched, let's pick 2 out of here and then 1 out of here. That's kind of how I choose. Random, but not random. And I have a hard time thinking this way. It's taken some time to kind of figure out what you're comfortable with doing here. All right. Okay. Cinch those 3. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Pull this a little bit tighter right now, since this is a great load of buttons actually to do it with. We'll get those all sitting up good at the end. We're just doing the stringing part. All right, we're doing the blues into the pinks. Awesome. So the silver I can't really add anything to, so put one on a. Oh, here's that pretty rose one. Can you see that? Pretty rose. Gonna put blue on blue. Maybe. That ending is not going in there. I'll put that one on the... Okay, how about this one? Maybe I'll cut this end here. See if I can get that in. Doesn't look like it. I might not be able to use that particular button. Let me try this blue one now that I've cut it. So I'm trying to get it pushed through. So with those fine chain nose can be helpful, but leather has a mind of its own sometimes. But I really want this button on there. Gonna make it happen, which is one reason why we have extra excess leather, so that we can just keep cutting down and not feeling bad we're gonna accidentally run out of leather when we get down to the end of everything. I think that this leather is just a smidgen. Okay, so 1.5 can not work on some of them too. Okay, so I need a pink. I want another little blue one. Let's see. How about this one? It's kind of a cool one. Look at this one. Can we see it? Nope, nope. See them better tomorrow night. Oh my gosh, tomorrow's Friday. Is that right? Yikes. There we go. Got that one on there. So we got another cool kind of blue teal one. Okay, so I needed to get another pink, but we'll put this one on there so we can kind of get close. Maybe we won't. So this will be my 3 that I have. Maybe I'll just add, alright, maybe I'll just add the 1 purple. So here's this. Alright, put it on the red or the green. Let's put purple on the red. Purple and red, kind of like the Red Hat Society, right? Alright, there we go. Boom. Okay. So now I'm going to kind of get a guesstimate of how much I want this to be bunched as I'm working here. And with the Southwest design, it sounds like. We'll have to, I'm looking at what you're saying here, PM. Let's see. I love the colors I have. Sounds like in here. Luckily, I'm online for you now, PM, so we can certainly get you more colors. So we can try to request those, or you're certainly going to be there with us tomorrow night when we get to bidding on some of these beautiful buttons. All right, so this is like, I was trying to pretend like if you got maybe one of those rainbow packs, that this is something you could kind of do with one of those rainbow packs. All right, so now I'm going to kind of get a guesstimate of what I feel like my wrist size is going to be, so I can see how much, you know, I need to actually cut off here, and if this is going to look good as bunched up, you know, and full. I like it full. Where is my... Okay. All right, so this is the last part. Be fairly quick and easy, and at this point, you know, we've crossed all of our wires, so it doesn't really matter what order. We just know that we want to keep these, you know, fairly even and safe, but we also want to make sure that this is exactly having the tension that we want, or the looseness that you want when it's all said and done. So try to get these all going exactly. I'm going to pull these up because they're a little bit closer than I wanted when I first started, so that I have more of the buttons in the center. Okay. All right, so evening this out a little bit. The whole idea is movement. Remember I was telling you guys, movement is okay. It's not a bad thing. Okay, and I'm going to make this a little bit bigger so that it might be able to fit somebody else other than myself, in case, you know, if I give this away maybe, or sell it. I do both on the Friday night, so I'm going to get a guesstimate measure. So this class measures about 1 inch here. Okay, and I was holding out just a smidgen, and I know it's a little bit thicker, so I'm going to cut at, let's see if I cut at 8 inches. Barb, can I borrow your wrist? Wrist on camera? All right, we're going to test it. Oh, okay, so that would be pretty good. That would fit you, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. It was easier to have live mile.
Take this one off so you can just have it as your...
No, we're guesstimating.
Okay.
You know, getting an approximate. Who knows? You might be the winner on this one, right? So then we'll know it's going to fit you, because you know you're going to be there. Okay, so I've just cut these all so that they're even, and going to get my glue. And, you know, just like most jewelry, the hardest part is designing it. Like picking the buttons you wanted to use, picking the leather color you wanted to use, you know, all this technique stuff that I'm showing you, that wasn't the hard part, was it? You know, I'm showing you here. Put this little bit of glue right into this little slot. Don't overfill it. And stick some leather in there. Stick whatever you want on the leather, and boom. Because remember what I was telling you guys, the secret is in the components. Okay? You tell me what your dreams are, we'll give you the components to create it. Alright, so remember not to freak out if you can't get all your strands in there all at once, because it looks like the silver one is going to cause me a little bit of heartache right now, since he's a little thicker. But this glue is fast drying. Okay, that's like about 60 seconds, but at the same time, you still have a little bit of time. Okay, and you don't want too much glue sticking onto your leathers here, okay, because one, they'll get stuck together, which is why I'm fanning them, because I don't want them to stay stuck together here, and then it peels off sometimes that leather, okay? So, and literally just waiting for that baby to dry. Sing the ABCs for me, you guys. Okay? Alright, so now we can get these buttons kind of facing the way we want. Now we know where the center is officially, so I'm going to just scoot these buttons around here. Okay? So that I got myself a wild craze of colors. And because it's weaved, you can kind of adjust things. And of course, your wrist is always going to be there. So if you find that they're falling off to the side and you're like, I don't like that. Well, okay, your wrist is going to be there. So it's The goal is to see color. Okay. Fun bracelet, rainbow. Okay, using those leftover pieces of leather, you guys, and all those awesome, awesome buttons we're collecting. All right, we'll show you a different view of it, and I'll have a picture for you, okay? Oh, always put the top on your glue. All right, we'll show you a quick little shot of that, baby. All right. Glimpse of those little buttons. Fun, fun, fun. All right, guys, thanks so much for joining me here today. Remember, if you guys like what you're seeing, make sure you like us, follow us, subscribe to us. Big thing, I'm trying to earn my own YouTube channel, okay? So if you can hop over to YouTube, I'll put a link in the comment section so that you can hop over to there and subscribe. All of those things really help us. So those things that you're looking to do to try to support your local businesses, what helps us, especially on these social media sites, is getting those likes, getting those comments, and hitting those subscribes and those follows, okay? That helps us in the algorithms, and that helps us share the same likes that you guys are watching and viewing. So I really appreciate it. That helps spread the word and keep us all happy, busy, and creative. Okay, so see you guys again tomorrow. It's going to be Friday. We're really, really, really close to Button Friday Night Live. So get excited, because I am, and I've got a lot of bags of buttons to be doing here in the next day, the next 24 hours, okay? So I will be buttoned out, but I need you guys to take this load, and let's have another sellout tomorrow night. So make sure you have that glass of wine. We'll see you tomorrow, Facebook Live, okay? Hopefully there won't be any left, so make sure you get there on Friday. Otherwise, if there is anything, you may see some posts here on Saturday and Sunday. And otherwise, we'll see you for another fun day tomorrow, 2 o'clock. Bead with me, Facebook Live. Thanks, you guys. Have a great afternoon.